Hello everyone. Today we are going to read our next prose, Deep Water, which is written by William Douglas, where the writer will definitely share his experience regarding his fear of water and how he ultimately overcame it with different kind of strategies. So we can give a kind of tagline to this prose, the very famous "Dar ke aage jeet hai." We all know this tagline, right? So in order to make you understand more easily, I have decided to divide the prose in 4 parts. Part 1, 2, 3, 4. Part 1 will be talking about the childhood period. Part 2, the misadventure. Part 3, the training. Part 4, the ultimate realization. Right? So let us discuss part 1 point-wise. The story starts with the writer where he is introducing himself as a 10 or 11 years old boy when he decided that he will learn swimming. But his mother is continuously giving him the warning regarding this river, Yakima River, which is very treacherous. So instead of going to this river, he decided that I will learn swimming in this YMCA pool. Right? Now he is again recalling one of his incidents which happened in his childhood when he was having the age of 3 or 4 years old. His father took him to the beach of California. They were both playing, and suddenly the waves are knocking him and he is under the waves. But he is completely safe in the hands of his father. But from that time, he is having the feeling that I was about to die. And he ultimately developed a kind of aversion to the water. Right? A kind of hatred or a kind of feeling dissatisfaction. Okay, so this is the part 1. His decision, the warning from his mother, his decision to go to the YMCA pool. He is recalling this incident, California beach, with his father, the incident which ultimately developed in his heart that the aversion to the water, a kind of hatred. So this is part 1. Part 2. Part 2 starts with this YMCA pool. One incident happened that the writer is describing as a misadventure. Very important for short question. As a misadventure. What is the misadventure? He was there in the pool side and he is copying others that how to swim. He is learning gradually. One day one incident happened, and that incident is the entire part 2. One big boy ultimately entered into the pool and he threw him inside the water suddenly, and the writer ultimately landed in a sitting position and he is trying to come up from the water with different kinds of techniques. He is jumping, but all these are useless. And the 9 feet, the pool was having the 9 feet depth. On the one side it was 9 feet, as I have written here, 3 and 9. So on the one side it was 9 feet deep and the another side 3 feet. So that 9 feet ultimately is appearing to him as 90 feet. There is a detailed description of this part. I have only chosen the important points. Lungs ready to burst. Now he is trying to come out from this water, but he is feeling that his lungs are now about to burst. He is trying to grab the rope, but there is no rope. He is screaming, shouting under the water, which is also useless because nobody can hear his screaming. Not even he can hear his screaming because he is under the water. So only the water is hearing his screaming. Now he is having the fear or having the feeling that his entire body is going to paralyze. It's not moving because of the water pressure. Now he is ready to accept the death. Okay, there are detailed description again. I am saying I am only taking the important points. He is ready to accept the death, and he is saying, which is very famous, which is very important for long questions, I cross to oblivion. He is about to die. He is losing his memory and everything. But suddenly, when he ultimately is realizing that he is getting his sense, that time he understood that ultimately he is saved by someone or somebody. It is not mentioned who saved him. But the fear of this particular incident is still with him. He could not eat that night, and for several days the fear was hunting him. And it is going to affect his fishing trips also. He was having the dreams or kind of wish, and he is going to different kinds of fishing trips. But all the trips, whenever he is going, this fear is hunting him. Right? So this is part 2, that is talking about the misadventure. It's very important for 6 marks, this entire part. Now part 3. Part 3, as I said, that we can give a subtitle to this part 3, that is training. So in the month of October, he ultimately decided that I have to overcome this fear. How? So he booked one instructor. The instructor came and they ultimately started the training. 5 days in a week, 1 hour each day. This is the time duration. The instructor is using ropes, cables in order to guide his student, in order to guide the writer how to swim. But whenever they are under this procedure, the old terror is all the time returning to him. The instructor is also teaching him how to exhale and inhale regarding breathing under the water, outside the water, right? They are applying different kind of strategies. Please go through the text where the strategies are mentioned line by line. So when all these things are done, the instruction part is over. The instruction by the trainer is done. Now the writer is practicing alone. When he is practicing, he is again having the fear that probably I am about to die. That time he is uttering some kind of sentences. One of these is, he is talking to the water, to the fear of water, that you are trying to scare me. Means he is talking to his fear that you cannot scare me now. I am quite strong this time. Right? So this is part 3, the training period. Instructor, training started, 5 days in a week, 1 hour each day, ropes and cables. The old memories is coming back again and again. Exhaling, inhaling, different kind of strategies. Instruction by the trainer is done. He is practicing alone and he is talking to his fear psychologically. Right? This is part 3. Part 4. Now he is taking new challenges, that whether it is sure enough that I have overcame my fear or not. So he's going to different kind of lakes. I have written here 1, Lake Wentworth. So he's going to the different kinds of lakes and he ultimately started swimming over there. And he is quite successful. Sometimes the terror is coming, but again he is overcoming the terror because he is having some positivity now. And he is talking to the terror that, well, Mr. Terror, like this. Okay, well, Mr. Terror, what you will say now? So this kind of lines and dialogues are there in the prose. Please go through the text. He is going to different places to explore his power, to explore his strategy, to explore his determination. Right? I had conquered my fear of death. I had conquered my fear of water. So ultimately he conquered his fear of water. He ultimately declared this statement that now I have completed my mission, that I have to overcome this fear and I did it. Clear? So in this part, this taking new challenges, there are different kinds of places. You have to memorize this for long questions. Okay, read it. Now this part is very important. This is the realization part. He is saying here that in death there is peace. Terror is there only in the fear of death, because he is the one who ultimately realized in this part that what is the fear of death and how he is going to accept the death, as I have written here. So he almost accepted that he is going to die. So he is saying here, he is sharing his experience that in death there is full peace. The only terror is that fear of death, that we are having the fear that one day we have to die. This is the only terror that we are having. So he is again quoting here Roosevelt, who is saying all we have to fear is fear itself. That means we are having only one thing, that is fear. And what is our task? Our task is that, okay, it is okay that we are having this fear, but our task is we have to overcome this fear. We have to overcome this fear anyhow. That depends on your strategies, on your positivity, on your mental power. Right? This is Franklin Roosevelt. Now the ultimate realization, the last 3-4 lines of the story. Feel free to walk the, I have written here trials. It is trails, Trails, Trails. Okay, this is the exact spelling. So he is saying here, feel free to walk the trails and climb the peaks to brush aside fear. So now he is giving his ultimate message to the reader that please feel free to walk every kind of trails. Trails mean the footmarks. And climb the peaks to brush aside the fear. You can overcome your fear. That depends on your mentality, on your positivity, on your strategy. Right? So in this way, he ultimately overcame his fear. So part 1, childhood. Part 2, misadventure. The incident in that YMCA pool. Part 3, the training. Part 4, the realization that he is going to different kind of places to explore his power, to explore his strength. So for 6 marks, these 3 parts are very important. Part 2, 3, 4. The struggling, the instruction, this is 1 paragraph. This part 3. Okay, probably the second last page, 1 paragraph. Part 4, his different kinds of places, the exploration part. For short question, we can go through like this, that what happened in the 3-4 years old, and then the aversion, how he ultimately developed his aversion to the water. This part is mostly important for 6 marks. The definition or description of the big boy, description of the YMCA pool, then the training part, in short it can also come, this statement, the realization. Okay, so short questions can come from any part. For that you have to go through the text in detailed manner. You have to understand the text in a detailed analysis. Please read the text, I am saying again and again. Okay, this is only just point-wise summary to make you understand the storyline, the plot. Right? I hope it will help you. Thank you.